we are being sold polyester items, which is literal plastic, for prices that they actually shouldn't be. If you are someone that wants to shop smarter in 2025, whether that be investing in more quality pieces, investing in pieces that are a bit more eco-friendly, or you just want to revamp your wardrobe and just make it that little bit better, this is the video for you. So let's start with why shopping smarter is actually very beneficial, not only for you, but also for the planet. So when you shop smarter, you are more likely to invest in items that are going to really stand the test of time in your wardrobe. So that means that you are not going to be wasting your money. It's going to be a lot easier for you to get dressed every day. And also you will just feel a lot better in your clothes. When you're a lot more intentional about what you actually want to purchase, it just gets rid of all of that clutter. You know, we've all definitely been there where we've had a wardrobe full of clothes and we still can't figure out what it is that we actually want to wear. So you'll actually be curating a wardrobe that truly represents you. And lastly, if you are someone that wants to be a bit more eco-friendly, you want to shop a bit more sustainably, this would obviously help in terms of the environment, in terms of the planet, and would also just ensure that, you know, you are doing your part when it comes to fighting against waste and pollution. Okay, so let's actually break it down now how you can shop smarter. So when it comes to anything in life, you need to have some kind of plan. You need to know what it is that you're working towards. And so if you're someone that wants to build their dream wardrobe, you kind of need to figure out what you actually want it to look like. So first things first, I would say to define your dream wardrobe. One of the best ways that you can do that is using Pinterest. I absolutely love Pinterest. It has helped me on days where I haven't been sure what to wear, or I just needed that little bit of inspiration. So my first stop for you would be Pinterest. Think about all of the items that you currently love wearing. Type that in on Pinterest, see how other people are styling it, see if there's other ways that you could style it that would actually help you to wear your items a lot more. I would always say to create a vision board of what you actually want to look like. And the great thing is when you use Pinterest, you can actually do that. You can create your pins, you can create your boards that will literally show you everything that you have put together in terms of you figuring out what you want your dream wardrobe to look like. The next thing that you can do is to declutter your wardrobe. I have needed to do this for a very long time, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a good couple of months. I just keep on putting it off because I'm just being really lazy. But yes, decluttering your wardrobe will really show you what it is that you like and what it is that you no longer like when it comes to what you currently have in your wardrobe. A lot of the time, you know, we hold on to things that we don't actually want to wear anymore, that we don't like wearing anymore, things that can't fit us anymore. There's so many reasons why we should declutter, because it will just help you to have a fresh start. And the really amazing thing about decluttering your wardrobe is that if there's items that you no longer want, you can give them to charity, you can give them to a friend, you can give them to a family member. You can make sure that they go to a home that is much more suited to them and that they'll actually get wear out of. So I would always recommend doing a declutter of your wardrobe. And this kind of leads on to my next point, which is to identify the gaps in your wardrobe. So once you've done that declutter, you'll be able to figure out, okay, cool, I actually don't have any nice shirts that I want to wear. I actually don't have, you know, good quality cotton t-shirts. These are the ways that you can actually figure out what you need versus what you just want. And again, this will just make it so much easier for you to shop smarter, because you will actually be going out with intention of the things that you actually need. A lot of the time when it comes to shopping, in particular online shopping, we tend to just scroll through, we tend to just look through all of the different rails, and we don't actually go in with a clear intention of what it is that we actually need. So by identifying the gaps, you'll be able to shop smarter and with more intention. Okay, so step 2 of the strategy is to shop secondhand or vintage. This is something that I have actually only started doing over the last maybe few months. I've never really been one to go to charity shops or to thrift, simply because anytime that I'd done it in the past, I'd never found anything that I really liked. But actually, once I really understood the benefits of thrifting and buying vintage in terms of being more sustainable, it really did open my eyes. And also, it just made me realize there are some pieces out there that you are really searching for, and you could find it for a fraction of the price if you just shop secondhand. And another thing that I really love now that, wasn't really around as much when I was younger, is that there are apps now that you can use. So I recently have bought quite a few things from Vinted, and just having that access to all of these like secondhand clothes and these vintage garments has really made the difference. So I would really recommend, downloading the apps first. If you don't want to actually go out to, the charity shops and have a look through all of the rails, I would really urge you to get onto apps like Vinted or Depop. These are places that you can buy secondhand, and you can kind of be in a bit more control in terms of what you are actually searching for. I found that when I went to charity shops, it just made it really difficult because you can kind of just end up walking around multiple shops and not finding what it is that you actually want. Whereas with the apps, you can type in what you want, you can put your size in. It just makes it so much easier. So yes, I would definitely recommend shopping a bit more secondhand. Okay, so number 3 in terms of trying to shop smarter is to invest in quality basics. This is something that I am currently doing when it comes to my wardrobe. I am trying to just ensure that I am buying basics that I know are of a really, really good quality. Sometimes that means that I might have to, splurge, I might have to spend a little bit more money, but sometimes it doesn't actually mean that. I think a lot of the time people think that if you're buying something that costs more, that it just automatically equals quality. But as we know, with all of the polyester items that are being sold to us for ridiculous prices, sometimes the price does not equate to the actual quality of the product. So I'm someone that now is a lot more aware of the different fabrics. I did actually make a fabrics guide for anyone that is interested. I'll link it up here, and I'll also link it in the description box as well. We need to have a clear understanding of the fabric that we are buying. There's so many times that I've seen fabrics and I've been like, what the hell is that? I don't even know what it is. So by having that understanding, it will just make shopping a lot easier for you, because you'll know based off of the composition whether it is going to be that little bit better for you in terms of the quality, in terms of how long it's likely going to last, and also whether it can affect your skin as well. So if you didn't know, polyester can really affect people that have eczema or that have skin conditions. So just by being that little bit more aware of the fabrics that you're buying, you will be able to shop smarter, invest in quality pieces, and also know that you are not wasting your money. So I would always say to anyone, invest in your basics, because these are the items that you are going to be wearing day in and day out. So let's have a look at some of the basics that I think that you should actually invest in. Number 1, any kind of t-shirts, whether that be, cotton t-shirts, even wool t-shirts. But yes, I would always say to really invest in good quality t-shirts. These are things that generally you wear day to day. Other things include a really good pair of well-fitting jeans. I am someone that really lives in jeans, and so I have to make sure that 1, the fit of the jeans is really good. 2, the shape of the jeans is also good and complements my figure. And 3, that I am buying jeans that are worth the money. I don't want to spend 50, 60, 70 pounds on a pair of jeans that once I wash it, it's lost its shape or it started to fade. No, we need a good quality denim, because again, like I said, these are things that we are wearing day in and day out. Other things that I would really recommend to invest in terms of basics are coats, shoes, and blazers as well. These are all things that, if you invest in them in terms of the quality, you will have these items for years to come. these are the type of things that if you look after them, if you care for them, if you buy quality, you won't have to keep buying them every few months. And I know you guys have had that where, you bought a t-shirt, it's made of polyester, you didn't even realize it, and then 2 months down the line, you're like, I need to buy this again because the quality is so bad that you can't even wear the original that you bought literally 2 months ago. So yeah, I would always recommend invest in quality basics. Also, just to point out, if you did want to focus a bit more on the sustainability side of things, you should always look for items that are made of natural fabrics. So think cotton, linen, wool. Another one that I recently found out about is a fabric called Rami. I had never heard of this fabric before, but it is very similar to linen and it is a natural fabric as well. So that's another one that you can also look out for. And another thing that you could do is buy recycled materials. So you'll probably have noticed when you're buying things now, it will say made out of, 100% recycled cotton or made out of 100% recycled polyester. Whilst polyester is still not good for the environment, you buying recycled polyester is kind of helping to a certain extent. So yeah, just be aware of items that show that they're made of recycled materials. Okay, and number 4 is to embrace renting and swapping. So I have never actually rented a dress before, but I feel like in 2025, I have a wedding that I'm going to, I may rent a dress. And I think that it is a really good way to not overspend on an item that you're probably never going to wear again. It just makes sense. So I'm not someone that has a lot of occasion wear in my wardrobe because I just don't particularly care about occasion wear. I do have a few, nice dresses that I've worn to like weddings and christenings and things like that. But just generally, I would say 95% of my wardrobe is clothes that I wear on an everyday basis. So by embracing, renting dresses and things like that, I'll be able to save money. And I do go to these formal occasions that I have like a really nice outfit to wear without having to break the bank. And also, don't be afraid to swap or borrow clothes from your friends. So a couple of years ago, my friend went on holiday to Jamaica and she bought a whole load of new clothes because she didn't really have that many holiday clothes. And when she came back, I also was going to Jamaica a couple of months later. So she basically just gave me all of the clothes and she was like, oh, if you like anything in there, you can bring it on holiday as well. And just little things like that really do make a difference because there are some times where you don't necessarily want to buy a whole new wardrobe when you are going on holiday, but your friend may have some items that you don't mind borrowing and that she doesn't mind lending to you. So learning to embrace renting clothes and swapping clothes, I think will be a really great way for you to shop smarter in 2025. Okay, and number 5 to help you shop smarter is to actually shop a bit more consciously and a bit more sustainably. So this is something that I am really trying hard to do in 2025. I just did not realize how much polyester had infiltrated my wardrobe. I want to make choices that are a bit more eco-friendly. I just simply want to do my part in terms of helping fight against waste pollution. So yes, I have been really paying attention, almost to the point where it's actually starting to annoy me now because I'm just like, oh, I can't buy that because it's 100% polyester. But I'm just being a lot more aware of the fabrics that clothes are being made out of. So I am that person when I go shopping, I am in there checking that label. I need to see the composition of all of the items that I am buying. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this for every single thing that you're buying, but I just think that it will be good for you to get into that mindset of looking at fabrics because, as I mentioned before, we are being sold polyester items, which is literal plastic. We are being sold those items for prices that they actually shouldn't be. So think back to Molly-Mae when she launched Maybe and she had that polyester blazer and everyone was shocked at the fact that she was charging over £100 for a blazer that is made of plastic. So just by having that little bit of an understanding about what you're buying will really make a difference and help you to shop smarter. Another thing that you can do in terms of being a bit more conscious about what you're buying is to be that bit more intentional and to not get sucked into all of these trends. I feel like every damn minute there is a new trend. New trend this, new trend this. It's starting to just get a little bit ridiculous now. And I feel like it's because we are just being told that we need to consume, consume, consume. And don't get me wrong, I am definitely a consumer. I do really enjoy buying things. But now that I'm aware the effect that it is having, not only on the planet, but on the clothes that I am buying and the lack of quality, I just want to be a bit more conscious about what I'm buying and the fabric that I'm buying as well. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid all of the trendy pieces out there. You know, maybe every now and again I might dabble in a trend, but for majority of the time I just want to buy classics, staples, timeless pieces that I know will stand the test of time and be in my wardrobe for a very, very long time. So yeah, guys, those are 5 ways that you can shop smarter in 2025. Let me know if there are any other ways that you are trying to shop smarter. I feel like as a community, especially on TikTok, I have noticed that there's a lot of people who want to shop a lot smarter. I think it's really good to, you know, share information, share any finds that we have as well. So I am going to be doing that as I transition my wardrobe, you know, away from as much polyester. I'm going to be showing you guys all of the new stuff that I buy. So yeah, sharing is definitely caring when it comes to shopping a lot smarter. So yeah, whether you're decluttering your wardrobe, wanting to shop a bit more consciously, or just thrifting for some really cute gems, small changes can make the world of a difference. So yeah, if you found this video useful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my forthcoming videos. But yes, guys, I will catch you in the next one. I hope your smart shopping goes well. Bye.